Hello there, my name is Gisela, and today we are going to be looking at some Girl Meets Pups custom Beanie Boos. And you might think you've seen me before, but I'm actually not Giselle. I'm Gisela. There's also Giselina, and Giselle, and the other Giselle. Yeah, there's a lot of Giselles, but I'm Gisela. And on to the video. Alright, so the first Beanie Boo custom that I have is Spirit, the German Shepherd. So I have many multiples of Giselle, and so one of my Giselles, she doesn't have a horn. I took her horn off, and so I was like, why don't I give her horn to Spirit? Because Spirit, being a Uniboo, just sounded really cool, and I love how the horn matches his eyes. I think that's really cool. So how I customized him was I basically used a needle and a thread, and my mom taught me how to use a needle and thread because I've been doing it for many years. But if you're not familiar with it, please do not, this video is not telling anybody to use any needles or threads. Just make sure that, you know, unless you've done it before. So, but yeah, I just had to put that little disclaimer in there so nobody goes and does that and gets hurt. So yeah, basically I kept putting in a lot of thread and a lot of, it took a while, but I'm really happy with how he turned out because I absolutely love Uniboos, and it just fits him so naturally. Like, I think it looks really, really good. This next Beanie Boo custom also what I did with a needle and thread. Rocks across the pavement, hoping it will cave and swallow me whole. He did end up getting a few rips by his eyes, but when you look at him from this angle, you can't really tell, but yes, there did end up being a hole. And you might not believe this, but I actually spent like hours using a needle and thread to very delicately pull out the eyelashes on Atlas, and the fabric still ended up tearing, but I'm still happy with him because you know what? He's special, he's unique, and I really love him. And I just didn't want the eyelashes because to me, I'm like, Atlas, he just seems like a boy to me, so I'm just gonna, I mean, you can have eyelashes on a Beanie Boo and still be like a boy Beanie Boo. I just didn't want him to have eyelashes because I just wanted to see what he'd be like without, and I just like how he looks. So yeah. So this Beanie Boo custom was a result of two different Beanie Boos that I did a custom on. Why am I like this? Something's always up. Can't put my finger on it, but this used to be Scraps, original Scraps, and so I gave him new eyes and little white eyebrows and new ears, which were from the Duke Beanie Boo. And so I named this custom Trey, and Trey is like a mixed breed. He's supposed to kind of look like a rescue mutt, and my mom thinks he looks kind of creepy, but I think he's adorable. Like, he's different. He's definitely different, but he's unique, you know? I think he's so unique, and I think he's so adorable and cool, and he's very, very special, and I really like how he turned out because there's no Beanie Boo in this whole entire world that looks anything like him. Last but certainly not least is one of my favorite Beanie Boos I've ever had in my entire life. This is Taz. There's something in it that's so beautiful. And he was originally Slush, but I gave him the Scraps ears from Scraps the Beanie Boo, and he just looks like he's like a border collie mix now. He has floppy, long ears, and he is just so adorable. I like sewed the ears on. That's how I did that, by the way. And same with Trey. That's how I should have said how I did that with Trey too. I sewed. This is all sewing. Pretty much every one of these customs I did was from sewing because I don't know, I didn't want to do a Sharpie marker custom because I didn't want to customize any with Sharpie markers yet because I've never done it before, so I want to kind of wait. So I just wanted to start off with needle and thread. Really happy with how Taz turned out. Isn't he so adorable? Like, look at his little face. Like, I already had a medium slush, but I saw him at my grocery store and I was like, I need him. And then I was like, how can I differentiate him between my other medium slush? And so I'm like, I'm going to give him longer ears. And so now he's not even a husky, he's like a border collie. Like, you know, like the gray border collie? Like, I have a For Real Friend gray border collie, and I'll insert a picture of him somewhere on the screen. And that's kind of what he looks like, you know? Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video showing my Beanie Boo Customs, and Trey, Taz, Atlas, and Spirit. Really appreciate that you watched it too. And please let me know in the comments who is your favorite, and let me know something that you liked about them. Thank you so much again, and I hope that wherever you are, you're having a wonderful day or night. Bye for now, puppers. See you in the next video.